As soon as you open your eyes in the morning, different thoughts creep in. I better hurry or I'm going to be late for work. I skipped dinner last night, so now I'm so hungry. I hope today is a good day. I really need it to be. These thoughts, although so simple, can easily turn into anxiety. In reality, any thought can fuel the flames to your fears. So how do we stop it? How do we escape our mind? The truth is, you cannot escape the thoughts in your mind, although you can observe them and become separate from the thoughts. This concept of observing the mind is powerful. It means that you have begun to have a choice in how you feel throughout your day and throughout your life. Observation of the mind takes practice. You can practice this by living in the moment and not really worrying about tomorrow. When you observe the mind throughout the day, you will notice the intrusive thoughts that just seem to come out of nowhere. And sometimes they're just so out there that you don't even know what triggered them. But after you notice the intrusive thoughts, you notice the feeling of worry that starts to creep in. But I want to tell you this, the worry, it's not really real. The worry is your central nervous system trying to keep you safe. The intrusive thought process that has kept you safe so many times before, but now it's keeping you from living a joyful life. Fear will follow you everywhere you go when you are not being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. When we aren't aware, we create habits. Even if they're not the best habits, they will be created. And if you allow the intrusive thoughts to govern your life, it will create a fear that will turn into a habit, and then the habit will turn into anxiety. For a long period of time myself, I was consumed by anxiety. I expected things to go wrong all of the time, even when situations presented themselves to be going right. But lo and behold, they would turn south really fast because of my perspective. My fear always started to peak when things were too good to be true. And then I realized something that changed my life. My life then was not what it is now. My life back then was very fearful, based on lack, and it was not really fun. But the reason why this was is because I didn't allow myself to dream, and I didn't follow my dreams, so my perspective was very limited. You see, we started dreaming when we were children. We used our imagination to create an idea or a role that we would believe would be a reality one day. We would wake up in the morning and go about our days with wonder and enthusiasm. Lack and limitations didn't exist for the most part. So as adults, how did we get lost? Where did the enthusiasm and wonder go? Why did we become so trapped with no way out? Through much social conditioning and programming, our mindset drifts to a more logical and safe approach in regards to the choices we make. For the most part, people have no idea this is happening. I know I didn't, because this is all happening on a subconscious level. We know what we know based on our upbringings and social interactions within our environment. I'm going to say that one more time so it'll sink in. We know what we know based on past events. So we are technically living from the past, and we are repeating the same patterns that we were indoctrinated to repeat. This is the reason why I and so many others, why we fall astray to the creative dreams that we had when we were children. And then we became more logical when we turned into adults. Returning back to a place of creative life is essential for our souls. Our souls speak to us through our passions, our dreams, and They're really a blueprint on how we can achieve a life full of bliss and extreme happiness. When we continue to push our dreams aside to give way to what is possible based on our external environment, we will never truly live a life to our fullest potential. When we are present and we observe, we start to notice things that we are overlooking. By becoming more objective and independent of our surroundings, we give life to our dreams that seem so far out of reach. Because what we believe to be within our reach is truly just our brain telling us what is true and what is not based on past events. We were told for a long period, actually most of our lives from the way society is right now, that in order to go forward, we have to heal and we have to focus on the hurts and we have to focus on the past. But if you really think about it, doesn't that contradict everything I just told you? When we focus on the past, how in the world can we go forward? The truth is you can't. You have to move differently. You have to think differently. You have to be differently. The essence of your being will determine whether or not your dreams will come to life. The you that has everything that you want does not think from a limited perspective. You have to shift into the you that you want to be. Walk like her. Walk like him. Talk like him. Talk like her. You do everything that your future self would be doing in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve. It is so simple, but we make it so hard. You are an infinite being of limitless potential. Your passions and dreams matter. It is a blueprint on how to achieve your highest potential. If there was a dream put in your heart, it wasn't from your head or your mind. It is your soul speaking to you, guiding you, and you just have to tune in and listen. Everything around us points to fear, but when we go within, we can feel a shift that we are worth it. We are worth loving ourselves, and we are worth believing in ourselves. I hope this has helped in some way. And I hope it has inspired you to go after anything and everything you truly desire.